All right, start with questions whenever y'all are ready.
So what's been the biggest surprise for you this year, Jada?
Biggest surprise? I wouldn't say I have any surprises yet. I think I'm just taking every day, ready to learn, waking up, eager to learn. We have great coaching staff, great teammates, so every day is just a new day, and we're working towards greatness. We're working towards a national championship, so I wouldn't say there's any surprises. I think has some adversity, yeah, but that happens.
I mean, you've obviously had adversity before. How do you work through it on a personal level?
On a personal level, I'm really into it myself, so my mental health is really important to me. My faith is really important to me, so I journal a lot, go to my Bible. I know that I'm where I'm supposed to be at, so God put me here for a reason, and He gives His toughest battles to His toughest soldiers. So I'm working through every day. I know God's right behind me, leading my path, really. And so I have 100% faith in Him, and wherever it takes me, it takes me.
That obviously that you're making shots in practice. Why don't you think that that's translated consistently into the games?
I think it will. I've played basketball my whole life. Have shooting droughts. It happens. NBA players, WNBA, they have it, you know. I'm not really too stressed about it. I'm not the type of player that scoring is the only thing I can do. So when I'm out there, I'm being a leader. I'm playing defense. I'm playing hard. I'm playing my heart out. My heart's on my sleeve the whole time. So if I'm not making shots, I have faith. I know that they'll drop.
That you go into your Bible, the verses that kind of stick with you, that you kind of lean on during hard times?
When I was young, I used to play up like 3-4 grades, so I was always playing against older kids. So Deuteronomy 31:6, be strong and courageous, do not be afraid or terrified because of them, for the Lord your God go with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. That's just something that I think about constantly on the court. Pray before the games. That's just the verse that's always been kind of helps guide me throughout my trials and tribulations, no matter what it is, basketball or not.
Have a flair, obviously. Has that changed at all? The way you present yourself now that you're in college? How have you tried to, up your game in that area as well?
Absolutely not. I'm still me. I'm still passionate. I'm going to continue to love the game of basketball no matter what happens, wins or losses. That's just who I am. I'm going to continue to be a leader. That's just something I've done my whole life. And so, no, I haven't changed. If anything, I've grown.
You moved cross country. What was that like for you as a young person to make that big change in your life?
As far as college or high school, it was definitely hard. My friends, my whole family's back in Kansas City. Kansas City's been my home for a long time, so leaving that was hard for me, but I knew it was for the best. Like I said before, God has me on the right path, so going to San Diego was a big jump, but I knew it was a good one, playing for one of the best high school coaches in the country, playing with a lot of good people. Very prestigious school, got me prepared for college, so I think it was overall, it was the best decision I could ever made.
Have you seen defenses doing anything different against Brea after she got off to such that fast start in the first few games?
Honestly, Brea's gonna be Brea. Brea's one of the very few people that like to play back to the basket. So it's kind of hard to stop her. I've seen them throw a couple double teams, but Brea's not a selfish player. Brea gets double, she's going to pass it out. So we're not really too worried about that.
You said last week that she's going to start trying to develop Brea's three-point shot. Is that anything you're talking to her about, helping her along with that?
Actually, if you go back to some clips back in high school, we'd run flare screens for Brea all the time in the league game. So it's not new to Brea. She's going to get that three-point shot down, and next year she's gonna be a three-level scorer.
You are going to be playing against a former high school teammate on Thursday, tomorrow night. Have you already started talking? Is there a little bit of trash talk? Is it all love? What do you think that's going to be like?
It's all love. Honestly, it's going to be good to see her. That's one of my best friends. Moving to San Diego was hard, but my teammates were my best friends. So, honestly, just being able to get to see one of my best friends again is going to be awesome. I'm super proud of her. Watching Scout, I'm like, oh, my God, like she made the shot. I'm so excited. But we competed in practice every day for 2 years, so it's not going to be nothing different. Hopefully she doesn't go off against us, That's one of my best friends. But, yeah, I love to see what she's doing. I'm super proud of her. We worked so hard the last 2 years just to see her flourish and see her grow. But yeah, when in them four lines, it's no friends.
She's doing pretty well. She's averaging, and in the last couple games, she's averaged like a little over 17 points. She's doing pretty well. What do you see in her that you think that you know, you're going to stop? Because sometimes you're going to be defending her.
Yeah, I would just say continue to stay consistent. Playing full court, we play full court man almost the whole game, every game. So I think we're just getting better in that aspect. Just staying with the pressure, you know, just playing defense how I know how to play. It's not any special way that you change. I mean, you might be a little more aggressive against some people. You might pop back a little against some people, but overall it's just consistent. Back to the basics. We work a lot on fundamentals, so just staying with my fundamentals.
And is there some like secret that you know about her, because you went against her every day in practice for 2 years? So.
Nah, I'm not gonna give no secrets away. No, I'm just excited this year. I'm excited to battle. It's gonna feel like a high school practice, honestly.
So how has college been the first couple of months and adapting? And do you think being away from home and going to San Diego last year helped you with that?
I've always kind of been an independent person. I always drove myself everywhere. I have a great support system, so I think my family hasn't missed a game yet. So I'm not too worried about that aspect. Honestly, I've been learning. I've been learning so much on and off the court. I've grown. I've learned about how to pay, how to write a check. That's a big one. Me and Bray have learned how to write a check. So honestly, just learning, soaking it all up, being a sponge, no matter what it is. I'm super excited to be here. I know I'm in the right spot, but yeah, I'm absorbing it all.
We won't talk to you probably before Texas, so those games, those, you know, highly ranked teams, it's kind of what people come to the Pac-12 to do. So what are you looking forward to about that game?
Honestly, just playing a top-ranked team is a big opportunity. That's the games that you step up. That's the game where you see the bright lights come on, you know what I'm saying? So honestly, we're taking one game at a time, but practice have been really intense. We're preparing because after Texas, we have a lot more games, and then we start Pac-12, which the Pac-12 is the best conference in the country, in my opinion. So I would just say we're preparing for all the upcoming teams, honestly. We play a lot of good teams, a lot of ranked teams, so that's when the bright lights turn on, and we'll see who the dogs are.
What was it like for you in that moment when you scored that first basket? You got the breakaway, you had the clear path, you stuck your tongue out. What was going through your mind in that moment?
Honestly, it was baby Jada inside of me that came out a little bit. I've dreamed about that moment for so long. And it being on a steal is ironic because at Arizona we play defense. So that being off cookies, you'll see us do this a lot, especially when Helena gets steals, the cookie monster. But just baby Jada, excited for that moment, excited to be on that stage is just something I dreamed about my whole life.
You mentioned Helena. Obviously, this offense has got to get Helena more shots. How are you guys going to try to do that?
Honestly, take the pressure off Helena. We got to step up as guards, but Helena's an overall player. She's a leader. Her defense is insane. So just get into the flow of offense. I think everyone's still trying to figure out our flow, and that's okay. Just a few games into the season, so we're definitely going to figure it out. We're going to be a great team, and I'm just super excited to see where we go.
Time for one more.
On the topic of your team, how is it practicing with this new recruit, Tack, from the track team? How's she affecting the team dynamic?
She's amazing, honestly. She really helped us out. We needed some extra bodies, so her coming in with some experience. She's a big player. She's tall, so her dynamic is awesome. She's a good team player. She's super nice person. So there's not any drama or anything like that. She's super nice. So really, her coming in, being able to help us out is awesome. I just think it's great that she decided to go out on a limb and try continue her basketball career as she played in high school. But honestly, I think it's awesome. Thank you.